So I've been out by my pond preparing it for hopefully what will be the grand refilling in a few weeks' time, and I just wanted to talk to you about this bed that we've got here of just wild plants, and in it one in particular that I wanted to talk to you about, and that is wild carrot. It's quite a common plant in the UK, but it does have some poisonous lookalikes, and we're just going to spend a moment with it now discussing it. Hi, Carl here from selfsufficienthub.com, and we are doing a little bit of summer foraging, and today we're going to be talking about a member of the carrot family. Now, the carrot family is a very big family, and it's a potentially dangerous family because it contains some poisonous, even deadly species. Now, it contains hemlock, hemlock water dropwort, and it also contains fool's parsley. Those are all poisonous. The first two very much so. Fool's parsley less so, but still toxic, and you don't want to eat any of them. And like I say, some of the members of this family, including hemlock and hemlock water dropwort, are actually poisonous, deadly poisonous, should I say. What we have here though is wild carrot, and it looks very, very similar to fool's parsley, which is poisonous. But there is one key identification feature which I'm going to show you, which is how you tell the difference. And as you can see in this flower, at a cursory glance, it looks basically identical to fool's parsley, but these bracts underneath, these fine green bracts that come out underneath, I'm going to pick one now to show you the difference. They basically, at the ends, they basically form a trident, 3 prongs, whereas on fool's parsley it would be a single prong. And pulling off a whole one of those bracts, you can see there's another set further down. So that shape is a really important feature if you're going to forage for wild carrot. Let me see if I can uncover the plant a bit better for you, or one of them. So here you can see the plant. In fact, let's just pull it. There we go. So starting at the top and working down, you've got that umbellifer at the top, and it will open up, and usually it will have a darker reddish spot in the center. I can't quite see it in this one, but usually that's the case. They're hairy pretty much all over. And other than that, they've got the sort of the standard umbellifer leaves that you see frequently in the carrot family, quite thin compared to some. Obviously, you're not going to confuse this for hogweed or giant hogweed or anything like that. But like I say, the one that you will confuse it for is fool's parsley, and those bracts are, oh, here's a great one that you can see, if I can get the camera to focus on this one here. There you go, that's a great shot. So you see that the very, very different shape to what you would see in fool's parsley. All parts of this plant are edible, and another identification feature is when you crush it, all parts of the plant should smell like carrot, as they do. So there you go. So all parts of the plant are edible. You can use the leaves in a salad. The root is going to taste carroty. The seeds can taste like an aniseed type flavour, and you can also eat the flowers, which are sort of a herby, carroty taste. It's a great plant, and not necessarily one for the novice unless you make sure that you, and it's really important that you learn that feature with the bracts, because without that you're potentially eating a poisonous plant. In amongst these here, obviously, you've also got lots and lots of other edible plants. You've got 2 or 3 different types of thistles. Every single thistle that grows in the UK is edible, but there are several that it's just not worth the effort of tangling with, and all of these here I would put into that category. I've got a video coming up on some different thistles that I do consider more palatable to your hands when you're trying to wrestle with them. You've also got the Oxide Daisies. Now you can eat the petals, the seed, the flower heads, and also the leaves. Now I'm not a huge fan of the Oxide Daisy really, but if I'm trying to make a salad, I will quite happily include some of the leaves in a salad. They're actually quite a nice texture. They're just a slightly bitter flavour for me, but don't be put off by that. If you're put off by bitter flavours, it's not that bitter. It's not as bitter as dandelion or even the smaller lawn daisies. But the petals can make a really nice adornment on a salad or any dish really. They can be really, you know, add a bit of colour and prettiness, and the flavour of them is much, you know, they're almost flavourless when they're mixed in with a meal. So, and they're not unpleasant at all. But you've also got nettles, a bit of plantain, all sorts going on here. There's not very much here you can't eat, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, the purpose of this video was the wild carrot. We've also got a lot of cow parsley growing all the way through here, but I'm not going to talk about that on this video. I'm waiting to do a cow parsley video until I can do it next to some hemlock, or maybe I'll wait until I've got a hemlock video that I can post at the same time, because it's just, the carrot family is such a dangerous family for the novice to mess around with. I'm not willing to put out a cow parsley video really, unless I can juxtapose that with one of the plants that looks very much like it and show you the differences and make sure that you know, understand how similar a deadly plant can look. So yeah, that's why I'm not talking about those there. If you find these videos valuable, there's several ways you can support them, and the easiest is to subscribe to our channel. Press that like button and leave a comment down below. If you want to go a little bit further, please do share it somewhere online. Find someone you think might enjoy it and pass the message on. Also, you can find our podcast. We drop a podcast 3 times a week on all things self-sufficiency on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. And you can find the podcast by searching for Self-Sufficient Hub wherever you get your podcast.